A global icon. A walking headline. A man betrayed by everyone. But what if the hate was the secret to his power? Soccer banger. Beyond headlines. The story of Cristiano Ronaldo does not begin in a shiny stadium. It begins on the humble island of Madeira, a place he was desperate to escape. He was a skinny kid with a fiery temper, driven by one thing, a fear of the poverty he saw around him. Football wasn't a game, it was an escape route. When he finally made it to Sporting Lisbon's academy, his first enemies were his own teammates. They nicknamed him Crybaby because he would break down in tears if he didn't get the ball or if he missed a chance. But this wasn't weakness. It was the first sign of the insane, pathological desire to be the best that would define his entire life. Then came the match that changed everything. A pre-season friendly against Manchester United. Sir Alex Ferguson watched in disbelief as this unknown teenager tore his defenders apart. Ferguson didn't wait. He refused to leave Portugal without him, signing him on the spot. It was a gamble that would change the course of football history. But when he arrived at Manchester United, he was met with brutality. Senior players like Roy Keane and Gary Neville mocked him relentlessly. They called him a show pony and kicked him in training for his flashy tricks. This hostile dressing room didn't break him, it forged him. It forced him to turn his style into substance. The 2006 World Cup, England versus Portugal. Ronaldo's Manchester United teammate, Wayne Rooney, stamps on a Portuguese player. Ronaldo rushes to the referee. Rooney is sent off, and then the wink. The English media branded him a traitor. He returned to England a national villain, but it was in this fire of hatred that his first truly world-class season was born. Then came the eternal rival. For a decade, Cristiano Ronaldo's career was defined by one man, Lionel Messi. Every goal, every trophy, every Ballon d'Or was a battle. Messi was the quiet, natural genius. Ronaldo was the relentless, hard-working machine. This rivalry wasn't just a competition. It was an obsession that pushed both men to a level of greatness the world had never seen before. His battle with Messi was also a war against Messi's general, Pep Guardiola. Pep's Barcelona was a perfect passing machine that dominated Europe. Ronaldo's Real Madrid was a powerful, counter-attacking rebellion. For years, Guardiola's tactics were the puzzle Ronaldo had to solve. It was a clash of philosophies that defined modern football. At Real Madrid, he was a god, but he soon found an enemy in his own manager, the legendary Jose Mourinho. Mourinho's defensive tactics clashed with Ronaldo's attacking freedom. They reportedly had furious arguments, with Mourinho publicly criticizing his star player. The tension became unbearable, a civil war inside the biggest club in the world. His battles weren't just on the pitch. He even went to war with the president of FIFA, Sepp Blatter. In a public speech, Blatter openly mocked Ronaldo, calling him a commander who spends too much on his hair. The world laughed. Ronaldo's response: the very next game, he scored a goal and hit the famous commander salute celebration. He used the ultimate disrespect as fuel and went on to win the Ballon d'Or that year. Despite scoring over 450 goals, Ronaldo never truly felt loved by the club's powerful president, Florentino Perez. Perez always saw him as a signing from the previous regime. When Ronaldo demanded a new contract, Perez refused. Feeling disrespected, Ronaldo made the shocking decision to leave, ending the most dominant era in the club's modern history. He shocked the world by moving to Juventus, a tactical and defensive league where many thought he would fail. His new enemy wasn't a player, it was a country's footballing philosophy. The Italian press scrutinized his every move, but Ronaldo responded the only way he knows how, by scoring 101 goals and conquering Italy. But even in Italy, the story turned sour. As Juventus faced financial difficulties, Ronaldo's massive salary became a problem. Reports emerged that the club was actively trying to sell him. Once again, after giving everything, he was being pushed towards the exit. The hero had become a financial burden. Then came the prodigal son's return. In a stunning move, he rejoined Manchester United. The world watched as Old Trafford erupted, believing their hero had come home. It was a fairy tale moment, a story of redemption. But this fairy tale was about to turn into a nightmare. The arrival of a new manager, Erik ten Hag, marked the beginning of the end. Ten Hag had a new system, a new philosophy. He saw the 37-year-old Ronaldo not as a legend, but as a problem. The ultimate individual was now facing his new enemy, a manager who believed the team was more important than any one superstar. This is the moment that burned everything to the ground. Feeling betrayed and sidelined, Ronaldo did the unthinkable. He sat down with Piers Morgan for a bombshell interview, publicly attacking the club, the owners, and the manager. He said he felt betrayed and had no respect for Erik ten Hag. It was a declaration of war. The fallout was immediate and brutal. His contract was terminated. The hero, who had returned to save the club, was now in exile, cast out in the middle of the season. For the first time in his career, Cristiano Ronaldo was a free agent, a king without a kingdom. The club he loved had turned its back on him completely. His next move shocked the world again. He signed for Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia. His critics and enemies rejoiced. They said he was finished, that he was running away from top-level football for one last massive payday. They saw it as the final admission that his time at the very top was over. But they had forgotten who they were dealing with. Even in a new league, his obsession did not fade. He continued to score at an unbelievable rate. He became the first player in history to become the top goal scorer in 4 different leagues: the Premier League, LA Liga, Serie A, and the Saudi Pro League. A record that may never be broken. And even from across the world, the shadow of his eternal rival lingers. When Messi won the World Cup, the debate was reignited. Who is the true GOAT? Every goal Ronaldo scores, every record he breaks, is still measured against the ghost of Messi. It is the battle that will follow him forever. Now, Ronaldo faces his final and greatest enemy, time itself. He is approaching 40, an age where most players have long since retired. Yet he continues. His battle is no longer against a specific player or manager. It's a relentless war against his own body and the perception that he is finished. A war he is still, somehow winning. So why does everyone hate Cristiano Ronaldo? Because he thrives on it. The teammates who mocked him, the media who betrayed him, the rivals who challenged him, the managers who doubted him, they were not his enemies. They were his fuel. They created an unstoppable winning machine, a monster of mentality who used their hate to build a legacy that will last forever. Is Cristiano Ronaldo the most misunderstood player in football history? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you love stories that go beyond the headlines, make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.